What up, guys? Okay, so I'm just testing this out. And as you can see, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm not even tired. So, I'm gonna try this out and everything. But let's see. This story is called Sold to Them. Hang on, let me go back to that. I usually just skip that stuff. Izuku Midoriya's point of view. The day started off normally. I woke up and started to get ready for school. After I had showered, I threw on my usual uniform and went down to the kitchen. "Good morning, sweetie," my mother, Inko Midoriya, greeted me. "Morning, Mom." I smiled back. "You have to stay home from school today. Don't ask why, your father didn't say. Probably something to do with work," my mother informed me. My father worked for one of the most notorious gangs in Japan, the Frozen Dragon. Kind of a dumb name if you ask me. I don't really know what my father does specifically. He never says. All I know is that it's extremely dangerous, and the whole family is probably in danger 24/7. Because of the looming threat over all of our heads, I've been raised being trained to fight using knives, guns, and hand-to-hand combat. You couldn't have told me that before I got ready?" I whined. I don't really mind having to stay home. It happens pretty often. Whenever there's a drug deal or a gun deal, sometimes when the gang has meetings and calls in people from over the country, I have to stay locked up in the house for at least a week. It does get kind of annoying, but what can you do? "I'm sorry, honey. Breakfast?" my mother asks, trying to make up for it. I just smile and nod enthusiastically. After breakfast, I quickly do the dishes and some of the laundry. Whenever I have to stay home, I do a couple of the chores around the house to make up for missing school or something like that. Once I finish my chores, I run to my mom. "Is it okay if I go to the park?" I ask. I know what you're thinking. If I'm not allowed to go to school, why would I be allowed to go to the park? Well, the answer is because it's about 15 feet from our house. We live right across the road from it. "Sure, Izu," my mom replies while flipping through an old recipe book. "I'm gonna make some chocolate chip muffins today." "Yes, you make the best muffins," I cheer. I slip my shoes out and run across the road to the park. I probably look really weird right now, a 16-year-old sprinting to the swing set of an old beat-up park. But when you live the life I've lived, you cherish the simple childish things. You've probably already guessed, but I didn't really have a normal childhood. I mean, I loved my childhood. I really have a knack for knife handling and stuff, but I never really got to be a kid. On the off chances I wasn't training or being locked up in the house, it's because Daddy had business. The park was the only escape I had, the only taste of freedom. I sat on the rusty swing for what seemed like hours. I finally pried myself off and walked home. When I saw my dad pull into the driveway, when the driver's doors opened, I called out, "Hey, Dad, how was work?" He usually doesn't give me details on his job because it could get both of us killed, but he'll still tell me if it went good or bad. My dad climbed out of the car and faced me, but he kept his gaze on the ground. "Izuku, there's something we need to talk about. All of us. Go inside and get your mother." "I'll be in a second," he said, still avoiding eye contact. Now that I took a good look at him, he looked sickly pale and his hair was messy. His hair freaked me out. Mostly every day. He leaves home with it gelled in place, and every day he turns on without it move so much as an inch. His hair was always clean and put together, even when the rest of him isn't. I rushed inside, called out for Mother. Dread was slowly making its way into the pit of my stomach. "What is it, Izu?" my mother called from upstairs. "Dad said he needs to talk to us. I think something might be wrong," I called back. At my words, she came rushing back down the stairs. "When things don't go right at my father's work, you can be sure there'll be heck to pay." When my dad finally came inside, he was still avoiding eye contact. I just want you both to know that I love you both so, so much, and that's why I had to do this. I was stupid and messed up. I can't take back my mistake, and I can't take back this deal. Izuku, I'm sorry. My father said. By the end, a few tears were falling down his face. I was scared so bad. I have never in my entire 16 years of living seen my father so much as shed a tear. Hisashi? What did you do? My mother asked occasionally, whatever that word is. I, for the first time since he arrived home, he looked me dead in the eye. I sold you. Oh my god, no. I was kind of expecting that and everything. Oh my god, this is adorable. I was kind of expecting that since the story is called Sold to Them, but oh well. Chapter 2, Izuku's point of view. You did what? Yelled my mother. I was frozen in shock. My father sold me? What does that even mean? Did he actually sell me to someone for money? What the actual heck? There was no other option. My father yelled back. I messed up this deal, lost thousands of dollars. The higher-ups are mad. They want their money. We don't have that kind of cash. I had to make a deal. It was Izu or all three of us die. I was trying to save his life. My father pleaded. I understand why he did it. If I was in his shoes, I probably would have done the same thing. But my mother was not having any of it. You sold my baby to some gangsters because you messed up a deal. I told you to leave that god-awful gang once I got pregnant. But no, someone just couldn't do it. Now look what you've done. My only baby is being taken away from me. My mother started crying. She was shaking and sobbing. My father tried to reach out for her, but she just hit him anyway. I finally found my voice. Dad, I understand why you did it. I'm not thrilled about it, but I get that you had no other choice. When do I have to leave? I asked, trying to be strong for my mom. In about an hour, my dad said, looking down. Wow, I only get an hour to say goodbye to my entire life. D&D. Look, Mom, I said, walking up to her. I grabbed her shoulder and made her look at me. I need you to forgive Dad, okay? I know it won't be easy, but you're all each other has left, and I can't have you both falling apart. While I'm gone, can you do that for me, Mom? I asked gently. She nodded her head weakly. I slowly let her go and motioned for my dad to come take her. He silently swooped in and hugged her while I went to pack a bag. I was trying so hard to keep it together, to put on a brave face for my parents. I felt my calm mask slowly slipping off. I had to make it until someone came and got me. I can't let my mother see me like this. I silently packed a bag with some clothes and sentimental objects that couldn't be replaced. I didn't grab too many articles and clothing because from what I've heard, I've been sold to the leader, and the leader is filthy rich. So if need be, he can probably buy me some more clothes. Small price for him to pay for ripping me away from my family. It just then hit me. I have actually been sold to some random gang leader. Oh God, he's probably an old pervert. Gross. Oh no, I might be raped. Dear God, I'm gonna be raped. Okay, calm down, Izu. Once I finished packing my bag, I walked downstairs to see my parents still embracing in the kitchen. I wordlessly joined. This might be the last time I'd seen them. A knock on the front door brought us all back to reality. My father was the first to pull away and go into the door. Izu? I heard him softly call from the door. This is it. I thought this is the last time I'm gonna see my family. I quickly gave my mother one last tight squeeze before I made my way to the door, standing in the doorway with two boys. Probably age. Oh my god, it's Todoroki and Kachani! Or Bakugo. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm a Deku. Yeah, I'm a Deku lover. Maybe a year or two older. But we're both well built and tall. You could easily tell they were ripped, even under the suits they both wore. The first had spiked up red hair. Wait, what now? Spiked up red hair? That's Todoroki. He wasn't smiling, but when he opens his mouth, you can see the sharp teeth like a shark. That's Kirishima. That's Kirishima. That's Kirishima. The second was actually smiling. He seemed to be the more goofy of the two. He had messy blonde hair. Oh, that's Denki. That's Denki. With what looks like a black lightning bolt on one side. Weird. Izuku Midoriya? The first one asked. His voice was lower, but not necessarily deep. I just nodded. I'm trusting my voice at the moment. Come with us. Not trusting my voice at the moment. Come with us. The blonde hasn't said anything, but he has an apologetic look on his face. He reaches out and takes my bag for me, then leads me to the black SUV. How cliche. Once the front doors of the car shut, they immediately punched the redhead in the shoulder. What the heck, Denki? What? The redhead exclaimed. Why did you act like such a heartless buttface? Can't you tell the poor kid's scared enough as it is? You couldn't have been a little less intimidating? The blonde Denki asked. Sorry, I was trying to be, a gangsta. Oh man, that sounded weird in my mouth. Ugh. It's not our job to make the kid feel welcomed. It's our job to get him to the bosses. That's it, the redhead said. Oh really? Is that how Zero and I acted when we collected you? Is this how Mina acted when she had to tear Yasurazzo from her family? Oh my god, they've all been teared away from their families. Oh, don't put on a tough guy act. Because you were just as scared as that poor kid, Denki basically yelled back. The redhead stayed silent for a few minutes, thinking over what was just said. Finally, he let out a sigh. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Hey, kid, I'm sorry to you, too. I know being separated from your family isn't easy, but I promise it gets better. By the way, I'm Kirishima, and the blonde Kaminari, Kirishima said. Ugh, I can't speak. It's, okay, hi, I'm Izuku, but you already know that, I said with a tiny wave. Kirishima, dude, look how cute this kid is. I can't believe the bosses wanted someone so innocent and adorable. Oh. Kaminari gushed. Yeah, sure, if you count innocent and adorable as being able to end your life in 18 different ways. Just in this car, with no weapons. Kaminari, if you keep saying stuff like that, all the bosses are gonna be mad, Kirishima warned. The blonde just playfully rolled his eyes and started small talk with me on the ride to the gang house, as Kaminari had referred to it. I learned a lot about the two boys sitting in front of me, and the gang. I was basically being forced to join. Frozen Dragon is the most notorious gang in Japan. Of course, I already knew that. But what I didn't know is that it's ran by two teenage boys. Oh yeah, Todoroki and Bakugo. Kaminari didn't say any names, but apparently the two leaders are both 17, and according to Kirishima, gay as HE double hockey sticks for each other. Oh, okay. Alright. I know what he means. Hearing this made me uncomfortable, not because they are gay. I'm gay, so that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is if they're in a relationship. What do they want me for? Do they genuinely just want me to be a member of the game? That's definitely then what I thought was gonna happen. So no complaining here. I learned that Kaminari met the two leaders at the private high school they all attended and joined the gang over 2 years ago. Kirishima, on the other hand, was sold into the gang just like me. His mother had a gambling problem and it didn't end up well for him. After about half an hour, they finally pulled up to a huge gate. Kirishima pressed a button and said a few words. Then the giant gates opened and we started to drive to the long driveway. Welcome to your new home. Alright, this is about, 15 minutes long already. Well, I'm gonna end this video right here, so yeah. I'll see you guys next time.